So welcome back, guys. I managed to level up a little bit, and also I managed to get that specialty orchestra to work, and I had to do it by making loads of songs, which luckily enough, when you compose the songs, they stay there like forever, it seems. So I've got 7, I think it was 7 or 8 I needed to do in order to use orchestra, and I think it's 2 for each, like piano 1 and piano 2. I think there's 2 songs for each instrument, I think. So I managed to get enough anyway to play the orchestra, and with that I managed to make ourselves 2 pretty sweet weapons. For Claude, we've now got the Eternal Sphere, which apparently right up until the bonus dungeon right near the end, this is his best weapon that you can get for him, which has 1600 on attack, which as you see is a lot better than what we had the Ignite Sword. You know, it almost doubles his attack power, and apparently it sends out little star bursts or something that can deal extra damage. And for Ashton, we've got this one, Malutha, which is a pair of evil swords stained with darkness, as they are said to have been tempered in the blood of the devil. Very black magic, but again, as you can see, a lot better than what he had before. I mean, we can't put it up against it because we had to upgrade the weapon. That was the Savas that he had, but I think it is a lot better. I think that was like 700 and something, I think it was. Or I don't know, maybe 1100 or something, I don't know. So we've gone up a little bit more. I think that's the best that you can get for now. The only problem is apparently it makes him a bit weaker against water attacks, but as you see the little minus there, but I can't do anything about that really. And I might as well keep it because I don't know how many enemies we're going to have that actually use water attacks. So, but I managed to get that. I don't have anything, because I did a little bit of looking up on it to see which was the best weapons I could get, and I need a thing called Moon Art apparently now to upgrade Rainer and Celine's, which I don't actually have at the minute. So I don't know whether to try using radar, because if you use the skill radar, wherever it is, every time you do that you get a random item, but you can end up with just useless stuff, so you've got to just save it and then keep leveling up until you get a piece of ore or metal that you can use, kind of like that's what I did with the mithril. Now we're going to just check if there's a private action here before we move on with the storyline, because there could be something to do. And his dragons are still giving him a hard time, and it's like I've got a new member as well now, Noel, who I did a little bit looking up on him as well while I was doing the looking up for what I could customise. And again, I think I'm going to probably stick with the Boondocks. Right, we've not got anyone else I can see here. Yeah, and I looked up on Noel, and he's kind of a little bit of a fighter, but mostly, and a healer as well. But apparently he's not the best of use because he's not the most powerful fighter. Alright, we've got something with Celine here. Alright, I'm very skeptical about this, but let's see where it leads. Yeah, why not? We might as well. How much do I have to pay for this? Well, for this storyline we're kind of on a Rainer vibe at the minute. you know, pointy ears are a turn on. So, who do I go with? What do I go with? I'll just go fortune, my fortune. Because we are going to improve, we know we're going to improve. Alright. So they've got office chairs in the future. He's spinning around on one. Oh, come on. Give us the bad news. It'll be something vague. Well, that's a bit of a generalisation. Everybody argues with the parents at some point. Bit of cold reading going on. That's... We'd rather use up his fortune by buying flash space cruisers and sports cars and stuff like that, really, but very convenient. Well, that was helpful. Pretty much everyone has done that, and quite a lot of people tend to follow in the parents' footsteps or feel like they have to. So, brother. Well, there are 2 beds here, Celine. You don't need a fortune teller to figure out what we can do. But no, we'll stay faithful to Raina. Right, where's... Speaking of her, where is she? Let's see if she's ended up in the back room. No, she's ended up in strangers' houses. Right, well, I've not seen Ashton yet either. In fact, there's quite a few people missing at the moment. Oh, there's Ashton. And they seem to be fighting with each other. Well, we can no longer get to the other side of there either. Let's see if anyone's down. Okay. Well, we've not met anybody else, and there's nowhere to go up here, is there now? Because the bridge is broken. Yeah, it's still a bit of a downer that we didn't get to have a genetically engineered dragon. But we did get to fight one. I suppose that's the next best thing. Right, so they're both in the library. Oh, in fact, Leon's here as well. Struggling with technology by the look of it. And she's breaking everything. What's he doing hiding? Oh, I actually didn't see that's the worst eyesight ever. Must not be shaking responsibilities. What's that mean? I know Windows is the worst. Alright. So nothing interesting. I don't think there'll be anything interesting with Yep, I didn't think he'd have much interesting to say. Right, so now we're looking for Raina again. Where's she run off to? She's not run into here. So she's had an embarrassing incident with not being able to run a computer and ran off. Might be our chance to get on a good books. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, there she is. Alright, nothing much anyway. Just a little bit of an anecdote, nothing really interesting happened in that town, to be honest. The Cave of Red Crystal. So that's where we're off next. Right, so that'll be for the next video while I go and travel to the next place that we're going to in the transporter. And then we'll follow on and see what the Cave of Red Crystal holds, I think. That's all I've got time for. I'll see you guys later.